Okay. It says I'm live. I see the banner at the top. So I'm assuming we're actually live this time. Hopefully it's not stuttering too bad. I streamed. I was trying to do 4 Atlas GP7s, and I was having problems with one of them. Turns out that one of the decoders got confused, and it forgot what address it was. That's why I couldn't control the locomotive and responding, and the decoder was bad. So that all turned out fine. I set up a programming track. This is some Kato Unitrack with a re-railer in the middle. I'll show you here. I've got the Zephyr Plus DCS 52 hooked up to the little programming track. I've got Linux Mint on my dead laptop with no battery, and I've got a second screen here, and I have JMRI running under Linux. Let's see if I can keep the stream alive while I fire that up and let it run. Come on. Open up. There we go. And then Decoder Pro. Right there. Running the terminal. Takes a little while for it to fire up. I don't know which screen it's going to try and be on. Looks like it's going to be on my main screen. At least that's where the logo is over here. Over on the main computer, but we'll see once it opens up a window. Anyway, I have a little card with my list locomotives on it. Let me move this over to where I can see the stream. Come on. Yeah, okay. Taking a little bit to refresh, but I'm set up for programming on the programming track. Got all the locos that I've already done, and I speed matched them together. So I set those are all GP7s with a top speed of 65 miles an hour. So I set them to 66 miles an hour, and then set the throttle to 50% and speed matched them all at the mid-range, and then adjusted their reverse bias, only adjusting the reverse direction table to get them to all run the same speed or within a mile or an hour or two of each other, which is close enough for as much consisting as I do. So I think you guys saw the last time, you saw my little circle or oval of test track that's up here. And this is the new piece, which is the little speedometer. And I left this on, but now I'm going to turn it on, and it's set for 160, 1/160th. And I just put that over the track. It's got piece of reflective tape there, and on the inside there's IR detector emitters. It runs on 2 AAA batteries, so that will show me the speed every time the train comes around. Oh, and my little arm is not tall enough to get you up there. Oh, that's okay. I'll hold it up there when I get ready. I have just a couple locomotives to do. These are all have all had decoders, and some of them I may have adjusted the speeds on, but probably not all of them. So we're going to put some on there, and I'm going to start with this Amtrak what is this? F40PH. We'll put that on there. That is 396. First, let's add him to the roster. So let's turn you guys around, and I don't know if you can see that, but we go to new loco, and it pops up everything over here. So we'll move it over here. We'll say read type from decoder. And these are, this is I put the manual in the box, so it's a TCS K0D8C. I think it's TCS. Pretty sure it is. Yes. K0D8C. So it knows what type it is. So I'm going to put in here, this is Amtrak 396, DC off. We're going to open the comprehensive programmer. It is much, much faster on my regular computer in there, but probably slower because we're streaming and doing this at once. All right. So let's put this window right there. We're going to fill out the road name. Uh, 396. Manufacturer is Kato. Model. Whoops. Didn't get my K for Kato. Model is F40PH. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. F40PH. And we're going to say oh, well, I may have to move this over here. Is that, for whatever reason, that does not show up on the little screen. Sorry about that. Well, I'll leave that here, but it's going to be covering the playback window, but I can still see chat. Okay, so we saved it to the roster. Then we go to basic speed control. Make sure that's on. We'll set this to 120 somewhere. 123 is good enough, and 255 is good enough. Isn't that interesting? Now, on my Digitrax decoders, it has this V start, V mid, V high, but it does not have forward and reverse trim on the same page. So I'm going to read the full sheet before I change anything. And it looks like I've already got speed values in here. So let's put it on the track and we'll see how fast it goes. On the track. Move you guys up here. Out of that. Let's see what we can see. I gotta move this off of there. Well, you can see the well, you can see that part okay. Let's turn you. Oh, let's turn that way. Oops. We want to see the train go past and see how fast it's going. Okay, there we go. So, select my loco, 396. Turn track power on. Lights come on. We're going to let it warm up. I'm putting it at about 30%. We should see a speed coming through there. Let it warm up a little bit before we take a reading. So 68 miles an hour, huh? Okay, let's put it up to full speed. It should be probably 100, 110. Let it go a couple laps around. Pretty close. So let's put it down to, I'm going to put the throttle at 50%. Right on. So that should be 55, which it is. So I've already done this loco. Another pass. 55, okay. Now I'm going to let it go further down the track. Let it stop. I'm going to check the reverse. And we'll make a couple passes with it this direction. Looks like it's going there. It's still, the throttle's still at 50%. All I did was throw the reversing lever. put it to brake, and then hit reverse. Why are you not focusing? The camera should be focused right on that thing, not on the board. There. Better? Let's see. That's a little better. Okay. So 55, and let me stop it. Come back up. And just to show you that now I have really, really fine control. So 27%. There's 14%. 15 miles an hour. And I can go, there's 5%. And the thing's just creeping along. 3%. Still moving. 1%, it's creeping. It's a little bit chuggy, kind of slightly jerky, but not bad. But yeah, right around 3%, you get pretty smooth, consistent motion. And that's 7% right there. That's probably about 5 miles an hour-ish, 7 miles an hour. Oh, 9.6, okay. Well, so if I did this one, I'm sure that the other one that I have this is a Amtrak P42. Right here. So I'm pretty sure I've done that one already as well, but we're going to double check it. So I'll stick him on the track. This is 184. Oops. 84. Lights are on. No. But not on the track to begin with. Either that or my radius is too tight. I can't believe that for this loco. Oh. No? No, he's on there. Okay. Let's see what happens. No. Really? Let's see if he falls off again. Might be that I have something. Huh. Nope. Well, this is just. Yeah, it's just too tight of a radius for this loco. So, okay, we now know that's not a going thing. Hey, wonder if these will work. So these are my RDCs, Santa Fe rail diesel cars. Let me see, check this out. Trying to put them on through the re-railer here. Oh, come on. And this, I assume, is a and I gotta go through the descriptions. Put on here what it is? No, of course not. Why would I do that? I know it's a special decoder. Microtrain, C scale, medium plot. N scale bud. So it's a DN 148K2. 143K2. That's what it is. And this is Santa Fe. Well, it's 79.92. $7,992. Open the comprehensive programmer. auto. But RDC, save that to the roster. We'll go to basic speed control, read the full sheet. Oh, wow. Well, okay, it's got some crazy values in it. Start voltage is at 15. Loco 7992. Well, it says it's using the. Says it's basic. Yeah, 799, 7992. Huh. Okay. She's not to going. Okay. Well, let's put her back on the programming track. The lights are lit up, but it's got both lights at both ends. I thought it was supposed to be red at the tail end and white at the front end. Okay. Let's read that sheet for the basic. I'll put you back down here. You can kind of see what's going on. Says it's using the long address. Lights are flashing. So it is talking to it. Motor. Read the full sheet. Okay. Basic speed control, speed table. I'm not using that. Forward and reverse trim. Read full sheet. What the heck? So it's funny that the TCS decoder, the forward and reverse trim was on the basic speed control, but here on this Digitrax, it's on the advanced tab or the speed table tab. It does work. You don't have to check this button and use that 128 step or 28 step speed table, and you can adjust those trims, which I thought they're already set to what they are. Okay, so why is this not responding when I put it on there? Basic. Analog is off, forward direction. It is using the long byte address. No consisting stuff, nothing there. Regular lights, function maps, Digitracks, nothing. Okay. So basic speed control. That was 85. I'm just gonna write changes. And we'll see what that does. If anything. Yeah. It's on there. Loco 7992. Loco. More. Dispatch that loco. Okay. Oh, there it goes. All right. It's 56. Yeah, it's doing 103 at half throttle. I don't really want to know what it'll do at full throttle. These things are 170. Oh. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you what's going on up there. Yeah. It's the track. Oh boy. So I had that set to 85. And now I have to exit out of this. Save and close. Put it up a little bit more so it'll focus. I'm trying to get it to focus on that. I hope that's good enough. Okay. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to pick programming on the main. I'm going to set that to something less than 170. All right. And hit program. And I want to pick basic speed control. Write this full sheet. Okay. So I probably only want this to go about 66 miles an hour, not 122. I really don't think that you would want to be riding in a bud car doing 125. Okay, so let's let me put it at 50%. See what our speed is there. There's 50%. So 65. Okay, I'm stopping. So let's go 55 for that one. 25 for that one. 0 for that one. And write that full sheet. Okay, let's. So that's wide open right now. We're doing 68. That's much better. But this thing, okay, there's 50% right there. And we should be doing 33. So I need to bump that up. Let's put that at, it's at 25 right now. So let's make it 40. And we'll write the full sheet. And I am going to do something else on the motor. I'm going to put that up to 8. Put the acceleration rate down to 1, 2. And write the full sheet on that. Okay, let's see. So it takes about 25% to get the motor to start. So I'm going to punch this up to kickstart at 16. And we're going to write the full sheet again. All right, let's see if I can get the starting a little bit better. Nope, kickstart. Let's make that 32. Okay. Not really making it much better. Let's go up to 64. Okay, well, that's not really changing that. Let's make the start volts 10. Okay. Nope. That's still taking 10%. So let's make it, I had it at 15. So let's do that again. There's 12% before it starts going. 50% throttle should be 34, 35, somewhere in there. Two. So let's change that. Let's go down to make that 30. And basically, this is the excitement of speed matching. And if I was not streaming, I would be looking up the top speed for a Bud rail car. I would probably program the top speed in there and then make 50% half that. I'm really surprised that these things are so bulky. 24, so somewhere in between here and 40. Let's go 35. Stop. Write the full sheet. At least I have not found that it'll take programming on the main on the fly while the locomotive is moving. I always have to stop it. And 33. So that's about halfway. Let's go backwards. Six. We'll go back up to full speed. $61. So now I can go to the bigger speed table and I'm going to bump up the reverse trim by 10. Make it 138. Stop it. We're going to write that sheet. Okay, reverse. We should be hitting 68 in the backwards direction. Two. All right. Let's go another. I'll make it 148. I just wrote the changes on the sheet. One. Then let it go around another time. Okay. Let's change this to 158. Make that change. Not making a whole huge bunch of difference, is it? One. Well, we bump up the reverse by some more. Uh-oh. There it goes. Okay. Well, I can't get it to change this way. The one thing I can do is, and it might be that this is a weird decoder that doesn't let you use this page. I can't imagine that. It does not seem to be making much difference. All right. So unless I wanted to use the speed tables here, let me see here. Basic speed table, 15, 35, 55. So if I put 15, step 28. 35, 55, nope, I screwed that up. 15, 55, match ends. There we go. 14 is 34, which is close enough. So I'm going to try using this the big speed table on this. Okay. Coming through it forward. Yeah, 70. I thought. $69. All right. Come backwards. Change this by 148. And let's write changes on the sheet. And let's go backwards. Come through it again. That's 78. All right, so let's go back. So this decoder only lets you use the trim when you use the 28 speed step. That's close enough. That's within 2 miles an hour of each other. So that's interesting. I'm going to change that to 135. Close enough. I'm going to write these down on my little tablet here. I don't know that the kickstart did anything, but I have 55, 35, and 0, 15 for this one. And my trim is 134 for the front, because I have another one of these to do. And I'll bet you they'll be really close to the same. Okay. So we got that one. Yeah, DC 192. Okay, and this one is 191. So I've got to exit. Exit this. Save all those changes to the roster. And I've got this is 7991 down here. So I got to do another new loco. Let's go see that. Kind of. Well, don't know that you're going to see it, but there we go. Okay. No, it's still working. Isn't it? Well, nope, I don't know what's going on. Let me see here. No, that's running. Come on. think it's just too slow because I'm streaming. Anyway, that's how I approach it, is I figure out the top speed, try to get the kickstart and the motor control down to as low a voltage as a creep as you can. For whatever reason, these decoders and motors, they're really bulky. They don't want to start at a very low speed. So that limits your throttle range, or how much control you actually have. But that's okay. They're a cute little model, and they add some interesting operations when we get it Fremo set up. So basically, I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Get these two matched to each other so that they can run together. I don't care that they run with anything else. I'm going to quit JMRI, let it shut down. Open it back up. Run in terminal. Something must have happened with the creation of that window. It did not like it. I have parts that I need to put onto these, but one thing at a time. Get the decoders working. Go through all the locomotives. Get the decoders working. Get them set for speeds that are actually reasonable. And these have Kato couplers on them, so I want to change those over to microtrains, because I have found that the Kato couplers do not want to couple with microtrains. They couple to Kato, okay, and for these units, that's probably all right. But these passenger cars, the passenger locomotives, are no good. This EMD NW2 that I've got, Kato couplers on it. I've got Bachmann on these. Athearn McHenry's couple with microtrains well enough that I'm not going to be bothered about changing those out right away. I've ordered a new decoder for this little guy, and I have the 90 tonner as well, a yellow one of those, and I want to change the decoder out in it and change these couplers, because this one I already have. That one's good. Yellow one still has the Bachmann couplers on it, and they are horrible. They work fine with other Bachmann equipment, but they're just way oversized for the for connecting with microtrains. They don't want to stay connected. Okay, I'm back on. Read that from the decoder. Okay, I'm going to move this over a little bit because I can see it's a DN 143K2. I know that's the decoder. Oops, went the wrong way. DN 143K2. What's the K1? Yeah, K2. All right. Okay, so this is Santa Fe 191. Open the comprehensive decoder or programmer. And on my locomotives, I always turn analog operation off. It helps prevent runaways when people are taking trains off and on and short circuits happen. Whoops. 191, not 494. Kato. RDC. Save that to the roster. Okay, basic. I'm going to read the full sheet just to make sure I pull all the stuff off of the locomotive into JMRI. Wait till it finishes. It'll say OK down at the bottom. Then I'm going to go to the motor page, do the same thing, read the full sheet. I'm going to change the acceleration rate to 2, T-cell to 2, kickstart 64 like I did the other one. Write the changes on the sheet. Then we're going to go to the basic speed control. And we're using this. I'm going to do a read a full sheet. And I'm going to put in the same values that I had for the other one because it looks like they're the same here. I had 15, 52, 85, but I changed them to 15, 35, 55. So change that to 35. Change this to 55. Write the changes on the sheet. And then I'm going to go to the speed table. And we're going to click this button. We're not reading those values. 15, speed step 14, or 28. Sorry. We're going to make that 55. And we're going to say enter. We're going to say match ends. And that creates a slope and fills in all the values. I'm going to put in 128 and 134 because I have a feeling this is going to be the same thing. And we're going to, may as well write the full sheet because we changed everything. Hi.
Let's go shopping.
Okay. I have to wait a minute till I'm done here. Programming.
How many minutes is that going to take?
Probably about 20. Not very long. I got to finish programming this and then put it up there and test it. Okay. All right. So we're done with that. That's all the changes we're going to make. So we'll put it up on here. I'm going to close this window for right now and save all those so I can see where to aim the camera. Right? Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Okay. This one is loco 7991 loco. Forward. The lights are not on. Now the lights are on. So I had to close the programming window. 64. Let's let it warm up a little bit. I have to close the programming window because if I want to make changes, I have to switch from programming on the programming track to programming on the main. And you can't switch that with the programmer window open, with the locomotive programmer window open. So make sure you do that. So we're 68 in the forward direction, roughly. Let it go around another couple times here. So let me open that back up. Program on the main program. Bring that to a stop. Up. Oh, wanted to bring it to a stop. There. Close enough. Well, kind of. Didn't want it in there, but okay. Speed table. I want to bump up the speed table. Let's go 58 on the top end. Just going to write that change for right now. Go forward. $72. Okay. Make that change. We'll bump it down by 1. Better. Okay, let's go reverse. So we could bump the reverse trim down a couple notches. 132. Let's try 131. 130. Now they go around another time. Wow. All right. Now forward and reverse are the same trim. This is the first locomotive I've had that has the same trim both directions. And it still needs to go down. There we'll go down to 120. Okay. 110. Down to 100. Well, this does not seem to make any difference. Well, I'm going to put it down to 90. I'm going to write the full sheet. It does not seem to be doing too much with the trim. And normally this would make a huge difference. It's not making any difference. Okay, well, I'm going to put it back to 128. And we're going to run it forward. Yeah. That is weird. That's weird. I don't understand what's going on there. But this one, I did install the decoder board backwards because this one, the normal direction of travel is reverse. So there might be something going on with that. Wonder if that's what I'm doing. I'm adjusting the wrong thing because let's try that. 120. So let's go reverse. I bet you that's what the deal is because because it's running backwards because I hook up the motor wires the wrong way. I have to adjust the forward trim because it's running in reverse. Okay, so that makes more sense. All right, so saved and closed. All right, we're gonna go grocery shopping. So we'll see you guys later.